Welcome to today's episode of Behind the Needle. I am here with Michelle Chapman, who is not alone. If you're watching this, you'll be able to see. If you're only listening, she is there with who she lovingly called Big Bertha or Big Mama. And if you're not seeing this, you're like, what? What is happening? Who is Michelle Chapman and who is
Big
Big
Bertha.
Mama? Big Bertha. Big Bertha is Michelle's van that she drives around the Tampa area, and sometimes occasionally she'll go back to Orlando where she used to live and she'll do mobile injections. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm really
Thanks for
excited that you're
having me.
here. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I'm really excited that you're here because I've seen very few people do what you're doing with mobile aesthetics, and I think it's very interesting. I want to I want to get started by asking you why mobile? Why did you create a mobile space for convenience, for because you like to be out on the road and didn't want to be in a med spa like physical brick and mortar all day, or what was the reason?
For me, I would say initially it's like selfish reasons. When I started in aesthetics, I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I knew that wasn't my forever home. I'm from Florida, wanted to come back to Florida, but didn't know exactly where I was gonna end up. And somehow it was planted in my brain that, oh, maybe you should go mobile. And initially I was thinking like going inside people's homes. And then I was like, well, I don't really want to be like the bag lady. I'm like taking all my stuff, and then you're in their space. You don't know if it's clean. They're busy with pets or their kids. So I was like, well, maybe I could have like a van. And I had that idea and I went off with it. I found someone that would convert the van, and they converted the van, and I moved to Florida.
Wow. When did you move to Florida? So wait, you had the van converted into your mobile aesthetic clinic in Atlanta.
hmm I
You drove,
actually, it was during kind of COVID, the end of COVID.
okay.
It took a little bit longer than expected. So I ended up moving to Florida. I moved to Tampa, Florida, and they still had the van in Atlanta. And once it was done, then I flew to Atlanta and drove it down with my mom.
Wow. So that was like 2020, 2021, somewhere around there.
I've been in Tampa 3 years,
Okay.
like a little bit 3.5 years. And I was living here maybe 4 months before they called me and said that it was ready to be picked up.
Wow. That was an exciting call, I bet. So
Yes.
you drove it out. Did you name her Big Bertha immediately?
No, I don't know. I did it. I don't, that just kind of came naturally one day. I was like, oh, Big Bertha, Big Mama. Some people call her Zeno.
Zeno.
Yeah, short for like Benzino.
Okay, okay, okay. That's awesome. So you're servicing the Tampa Bay area and surrounding suburbs?
Yeah,
Okay. And you do all injectables or what services are offered from the van?
injectable. So I'm doing like Botox, Dysport, and full face facial fillers.
Okay. And do you ever drive and inject at the same time?
No,
I'm just
not
joking.
doing that.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. That was a trick question. What do you why mobile though? Like it was planted in your brain, you said. Did you just think that people maybe didn't want to come into an office and they wanted to have it more convenient? I mean, me personally, I'm thinking this. I'm pretty busy. I I know where I would go, right? And if the person that I want to go have poke my face is going to be 20, 30 minutes away or more, or even 10, if they can show up at my door, that's going to save me really valuable time and it's going to be helpful. So for me, it's born out of convenience, but is that what it's turned into? It's mostly people that want it to be more convenient, or why or else are people hiring you to be their injector?
I would say between convenience and results. So I'm very big on natural results. So I definitely pull that in. And just the convenience. Like I have so many people like this is their lunch break if they work from home or the kids are at school and things like that. So definitely convenience. Like it's someone that really values convenience.
Yeah, I think I saw in your story, was it this week or last week? You met someone outside of the gym.
Yeah, I've met someone outside of the gym. Yeah, she doesn't like her neighbors seeing the van outside, so she meets me at the gym.
And that's amazing. What's the weirdest place you've ever pulled up to do the injections?
The weirdest place, I wouldn't say it was like the weirdest, but it was the first time that someone, they were traveling from afar. So I was thinking like, why this person, like I don't know who they are. Why are they wanting? I thought it was weird. And this is when I first started. And then I said, well, maybe I could just meet them like in the parking lot of the mall, just in case this person like tries something weird or there's like
Yeah,
security
yeah.
there. But someone referred her and that's why she came to me. So now like if someone's coming from far, I just meet them at the mall.
That I was going to say that is a good question because how do you maintain your safety? Because do you do a screening process first? Do you talk to them over the phone or over FaceTime? Is it just a new patient can book with you and you'll literally show up to their house? Do you ever feel unsafe?
In the beginning, I did, but I will say this is something that I say often that I've gotten really lucky with my patients. I don't know if because it's so intimate. The space is not big and you're inviting me. I mean, yes, I'm outside your house, but it's your space. So I've gotten very lucky with patients that it's almost like I've built relationships with them. So sometimes I'll talk to them. I could kind of fill them out from text, or sometimes I'll have like a FaceTime virtual consult, but
Uh-huh.
I've gotten really lucky, haven't had any issues with safety.
So have you ever had those initial consultation texts with people and gotten an off vibe and you're like, hey, I don't think I would be the best fit for you, and so you don't end up injecting?
And the one time had like a gut feeling and I still went with it, but it was the only patient that I ended up like firing for the practice.
Oh, what happened? What happened though?
It was for a Botox party and they weren't really like following the rules, but I still went with it. And then even after the appointment, something I just didn't feel right. And even some of the girls that were there, I told them that I wouldn't inject them because I could just see there was like some hesitation. And then they ended up, um, like I guess, like they called the bank and stopped the payment. So yes, but I ended up getting my money back. But yes,
You did.
yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy because I feel like it's so hard as the service provider to get your money for it.
Yeah, she ended up when she said that when the transaction came up, like she didn't recognize it. And that's why she did it, and she ended up sending me the money after a few discussions.
A few discussions. Ella no sabía.
Yeah.
But now she does, pero ya sabes. So Michelle, I found out when we got on here that she's Latina, and I actually in my heart, can I say that? In my heart,
Yeah. De
I'm a little bit
corazón.
Latino. I'm Latino de corazón. But so we were kind of bonding over that a little bit. But okay, this is interesting. So the safety, your safety, you feel safe. You have the way to kind of vet them a little bit before. What about the safety of the patients? It's all the same, right? As if you were in a brick and mortar versus in the van because you're standing up, you're not crouched over, like everything's comfortable.
Yeah.
You can follow the same, vascular occlusion. You can do, you can aspirate, you can like you feel everything's good, right? All your patients always feel comfortable, safe, calm.
Yes. Like I
Yeah.
have, I have a protocol, for occlusion. I have a medical director as well. So that's like another thing. A lot of people ask about, oh, like helping how to set up mobile.
Hmm.
And a lot of people initially don't know like your products cannot be shipped, like they can't be shipped to my home. So they're shipped to my medical director.
And then you go pick them up.
Hmm.
So you said that people ask you how to do that, like other people who are thinking about going mobile.
Yeah.
Does anyone from the Tampa area ever ask you how to do it?
I don't think anyone from the Tampa area has. has asked me no.
That's good, because if they do, you wouldn't tell them, right? You should not say no. You're like, hey, that's actually a good question, and then just leave them on red.
No,
Just
I
leave them on red.
actually, I was actually speaking to someone about that recently. Like, even as a nurse, like so many times people would ask me, like, how do you become a nurse? Like, I'm just the type, I'm an open book. Like, I love giving that information.
Hmm.
But with the van, I think I've had like a few weird interactions with people asking me, and I kind of find it's like kind of insulting that people really think that this is like a cheap route. Like I've put in a lot of money and effort into that. So they'll ask for the advice and then you're giving it to them and it's like they don't really listen or like, oh, I could do, this back end way. So it's like, well,
Yeah.
why are you asking me that?
There's
So
no way that you had put less than 100K into that van. There's
thank you.
there's no way. There's no
Yeah.
way. It
I
would have been cheaper for you to just get a salon suite.
Yeah, I've actually had someone email recently and they were asking like, "Oh, how did you set everything up? Like I've been looking and I haven't found anything less than 100,000." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's spot on."
And hearing you say that, looking at it, it's maybe it was even more, 150, 200, and that you could have probably gotten a nice brick and mortar with a couple of rooms and had another injector or an esthetician with you. But
Yep.
that's but it so I think that I'm surprised that more people don't do mobile because it feels like the right way to go for people who don't have a lot of time. Maybe it's just that is it new? Like, I don't know, but I feel like it's a really good model. Do you think you'll always be mobile or will you end up settling down in a brick and mortar?
If I do, I think I would still have the mobile. I like the idea of the brick and mortar. I love to teach, so I would like the space to be able to teach other injectors.
When is that going to happen?
I don't know. We'll see. That's it. That's in the 3 5 year plan.
Wow. That feels like too long. I'm gonna give you a challenge to do it in the next year.
In the next year, okay. That's a lot of pressure.
No pressure. It's easy. All you have to do is just start talking about it. There's so many people that want to get into aesthetics that don't know where to start.
Yeah.
And I think that part of the reason could be they don't know where to start because they don't feel like being in a brick and mortar.
Hmm.
What's the plan for MC Aesthetics? Are you wanting to grow it? Do you want to have more vans? Do you want to have people who join you? What's the plan?
Yeah, I would say if I could change anything about being an entrepreneur is doing it solo. Like I would definitely do it with somebody else. It's a lot of work. It looks easy, but it definitely is not. It's a lot of work.
Not, yeah. What's your favorite part about having Big Mama? Like rolling up in it and people get excited like it's a millennial mom's ice cream truck or what? What's the
Yeah,
best
like
part?
everyone's always excited to see me. I don't have to do with no shows, no calls, because I'm outside. I'm
Your
here.
no your no-show rate is 0%. No
Yeah.
one has no one has ever not shown up.
Exactly. They're very happy to see me.
I bet they are. Okay. So would you ever open up another van then?
Yeah, I'm open to that. Yeah.
Are you are you accepting applications?
And, everything. I'm open
All
for
right, all
just
right.
I'm open for these kind of discussions.
How would you grow into other areas of Florida or are you taking over Tampa?
I'm open. If I were to move to other areas in Florida, obviously, like I'm one person, I don't want to spread myself that thin. Then definitely
Yeah.
bringing other providers.
Would you ever have a van that's doing any type of, we'll just say facials or microneedling or non-injectables aesthetics?
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah.
Have you thought about it?
A little bit. Yes, I'm open to that. Because I
That's
actually get like a lot of questions about that as well. Like, oh, do you do facials and things like that?
could a bed fit in there?
A bed, yeah. So the main thing, I think that's one thing also that I learned about the first van, just how to set everything up with the space. So, and there are more people doing it now.
Hmm.
Um, so that would be the main thing, because obviously I don't want it to be too cramped. You want to be able to move around and for the patient to be comfortable.
Do you, can we get a tour? Can we get a tour of the van?
Of course. You ready?
I want to, whenever you're ready, I want to see it 360 on the outside. I want to see it all on the inside too. I want to see how
Okay.
you got a Cadillac Escalade on the top of the roof up there.
Let me, I don't know how to turn it. Oh, here, I turn the camera here.
Okay,
All right.
so
So
this
you're
is it.
seeing, yeah, this is it here. And you're seeing other cars here because this is where I store the van. I live in a high rise. This would never fit in there.
No, no, never would.
So oh, maybe I need to unlock it. So this is the inside here. Here's my
It's light.
logo. This is
Ooh,
kind of, I have a TV here, a
oh my gosh.
fridge. This is like a little seating area here.
Wow.
And then I have the chair here that will go down. And I specifically chose this chair because it's narrow, so I'll be able to like walk around and it's bolted
Hmm.
in on the
It's
floor.
bolted into the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have your
And then
wheel well. Don't trip
mhm.
on that. Hello.
And then kind of here I have a sink, I have a
Wow.
refrigerator. Here's kind of where I'll keep the product that needs to be refrigerated. And I have storage. Yeah, this
It's
is,
so clean in there.
thank you.
Is
Yes,
that a
I get,
skylight?
oh, yes.
This is really beautiful.
Yes, thank you. That is
Wow.
my baby. I'm trying to
I love it.
turn.
What do you have on the TV what do you have on the TV when you're injecting? Do you just something calm just in case people got nerves?
I play music. I'll play music or videos.
Some Benito?
Depends. Depends if the patient's Dominican.
Depends on what they're into.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest reason why someone should have you as their injector outside of skill, artistry? Is it because of your ability to show up there, or would you say it's because of skill and artistry? Like because
I
this aesthetics medicine space that we're in here, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of
mhm.
options now. What would you say is the reason?
I would say I love being mobile, but first I'm an injector. I'm a nurse practitioner. I went to school for this. I'm very big. There's like two different schools of thought. There's some people that think like, oh, this is such a like pretty, they don't take it as serious. Like I've trained a lot all throughout the US. So I'm very big on us still growing as, aesthetic medicine. It is medicine. Yes, it's beauty, but it is medicine. These are people's faces. Anatomy is important. Safety is important. So I would say that would be the number one first thing. Like I'm very big on the natural results and safety and just pushing on like growing the aesthetic community.
Love it. Another thing I wanted to ask is when you moved from Atlanta, because you were already established, like you had a book of business there,
So I was working at a med spa in Atlanta.
and then you just moved to another state, and your patients
And then
didn't follow you to Tampa.
no, I started fresh. So I actually did not know anyone, not one person in Tampa. So I started my business in a city with literally not knowing one person.
And it was mobile. It was unorthodox. How in the world did you get your first customer?
Instagram, so social media. As much as it's a love-hate relationship, but social media really pushed my business.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it still a huge driver, like organic social?
Yes, I would say most of my patients either from social media or referrals.
or referrals now?
Mhm.
So you were just posting what, hey, my name is Michelle, I'm in the area, I come to you, and you were just posting over and over. How long is that, was that the strategy?
I was posting like before and afters about the van and things like that.
How long was it before you got the first patient from when you moved?
From when I got the van, it was pretty like within the first month. I want to say someone,
Wow.
my first cust, my patient, she found me on Instagram and she saw something that like I had posted faith based, and she
Hmm.
said, "You're a believer, so that's how I chose you."
Wow, that's cool. And then you showed up and then you rolled up to her house.
Yeah, and now we go to the same church.
That's awesome. She's still a patient. So it's been three
Yeah,
and a half years and she's
yeah,
still a patient. That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing. Do you feel like it was a slow growth? Was it a grind to do that? Because to me, it's like, so what we do, I actually don't know how familiar you are with what we do, but we have a client acquisition strategy for med spas. So we are the ones communicating with the leads, we're sourcing the leads, and we're getting them booked on the schedule for the med spa. And I just signed a new client out in Utah, and I said, "Are you who's from Arizona where I live?" I said, "Are you up there for a long time?" She said, "Yeah, I got to book I got to book a business now, and I'm really trying to settle here. So you can't just like leave your
Yeah.
clients where you are." But was it a slow grind to get the customer base up to where it was, or do you feel like did it snowball pretty quickly? Because like just thinking about you moving to another state, it's kind of scary to me, and I'm not even the one that did it.
Yeah. No, definitely scary. But it was like a slow, steady growth. It
Yeah,
wasn't like a overnight, like, oh, it's booming.
yeah. Do you do you have any advice for somebody that would be considering starting on their own if they just absolutely hate social media, they just won't do it? Is there another way that you can think of getting your first patient?
Oof. Social media is very, very important.
You just have to do it. You just have to do it. Could
You
it?
have to do it. But I find you have to find how it works for you. Like there's certain, I've had social media managers before, and they'll say like, I
Mhm.
want you to do this and that. And I'll say, no, that doesn't feel like me.
Yeah.
So
Do you do you do you think that if well, do you actually like do in-person events and do you take the van over to like Pilates studios or boxing gyms, like Botox and boxing or something like that? Do you do
oh,
in-person
that's a good
events and stuff
idea.
like that as well?
Will do pop-up events. I usually don't inject there. If I'll do like a free consultation. If they want to book, like maybe I'll give them like a promo price for booking the appointment, or I'll do B12 shots at the event.
Got it. Got it. That's awesome. If you were going to start over with the van, would you have redesigned it a different way, or do you love how it is every inch?
No, I would have redesigned. I actually that's kind of been like the main thing. Initially, when I first started, I want to say the first person that I started the van with had never done a mobile spa. And so, but I was like making it very, I kept saying, like, this is my office. Like, I'm going to be moving around in this. So aesthetically beautiful, but there were
Hmm.
some foundational things that I had to get fixed after. Thank gosh, I found someone here in the Tampa Bay area, and he was able, mainly it was electrical things. So
But
it
it's all
wasn't,
fixed now.
yeah, it wasn't wired properly, and I would be at appointments and it would turn off. Or one time I had to get told, Big Bertha had to get told. So that was fun.
She
Yeah.
probably didn't like that either.
No, I
She
didn't
said,
like it either.
she said, don't do this to me again.
Yeah.
Do you sell skincare out of the van as well?
I don't, but that is coming soon.
Oh, when?
In the next quarter.
How will you do that? Because the storage space is pretty limited, and I'm assuming what's the cabinets that you have in there are pretty stocked. Will it be
Um,
you'll keep an item of each
yeah,
that
and
you're going to carry in there, or what?
I think mostly it's going to be like on my website to be able to sell it on the website. And just telling
Maybe
my
some
patient,
testers.
yeah,
You bring
have
some
some
testers
testers,
with
yeah,
you. Yeah,
yeah.
that's good. I like that. Is there anything that you like if people are in another state and they're considering doing mobile, before you launch your training program and are willing to bring people down and like kind of shadow you and things like that, because I'm assuming eventually if the price is right, you would let them do that maybe. But before, if they're thinking about this, is there anything that they should do before getting started so that they know that the mobile life is for them and not brick and mortar? Like, does it take a specific type of injector?
Um, Someone that is okay with change, someone that is okay with moving. Some people, they don't want to, they're okay with staying in one place for the day. Like, it's not like that. When you're mobile, you're going to be moving a lot. But I think it's very important too that you have to like injecting. So at the end of the day, like, yes, this is mobile, but like, what happens if something happens to the van? Like, you have to love what you're doing.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Before we go, how do people find you on Instagram, I'm assuming, and what's the Instagram handle?
So my Instagram handle is MC underscore aesthetics, AESTHETICS.
And that's it.
That's
And
it.
if there, so anywhere in the Tampa area, how far out will you go?
I usually go like 35, 40 minutes out of like Tampa Bay area.
Okay. And then Orlando,
And then
here and
Orlando.
there, here
Yeah.
and there. Yep.
Yeah. I usually travel
Cool.
to Orlando once or twice a month.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm stoked for you and how your business has
Thank
grown,
you.
and I can't wait to watch and see you have your esthetician van and your second and third and fourth trucks. It's going to be amazing. But thank you so much for the time today, Michelle, and talking through this and kind of poking our way through so we can see what's inside the van. I think this is amazing, and I love what you're doing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Thank you for listening, and take care of yourself, everybody.